I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Maria Sanchez is suing Bill Thompson in the amount of $1,038.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated.
Ms. Sanchez claims her boyfriend disappeared with another woman at his party and says when she went to find him, she fell and was injured.
State your name.
I'm Maria Sanchez.
Sir?
Bill Thompson.
All right, and ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $1,038, alleging he owes you this money for an injury you had at his home?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, start with you.
So, Bill and I have been dating for about 6 months. To my understanding...
How did that go? How has that been?
It was great. So I thought, I was led to believe that it was going to become something serious.
How were you led to believe that?
Well, first off, I mentioned on our very first date that I'm dating to marry. I'm 36 years old. I'm not just dating to have fun. Like
How many
some
guys
people.
have you told that to?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
How many guys have you expressed that to when you meet them? Or?
Well, I haven't been dating for a while. He was my first date in about 2 years.
Do you think what you say has anything to do with it?
Well, Your Honor, with all respect, I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from Silicon Valley. Where I'm from, we are straightforward, to the point, serious, and...
Okay, that may not, don't sound like that's been working out for you, though.
Apparently not.
Yeah, no, that's...
Lesson learned, that's for sure.
I don't know of any man who would hang around long after you tell them that on the first date.
And
any man. I'm here, and you got to marry me if we gonna go on the second date, third date, fourth date, or fifth date. They don't even know you. I don't even know you. What are you talking about?
And
you might be the worst date in the world. You might turn bad on me next month. So what are you talking about? You better try to get along with me and get me to like you and me like you. I mean, that's... Go ahead, though. That's your thing.
Well, that is why I was led to believe it could have been more than just dating. We went on 4 more...
You led yourself to believe that.
Well, no. If I may, with all respect, Your Honor, no. We went on 4 more dates after the fact that I told him I'm dating to marry. Not only did we go on 4 more dates...
Either they leave or they trick you. He tricked you.
He tricked me.
That's what's going to happen to you over and over, ma'am. Either a guy going to trick you or he's just going to leave. No man is doing that. I'm sorry. I know a lot of men, I guess you would assume. And I just know that... You know anybody that ever did that? Any man that ever did that? Either I trick them or stay around when you tell them that. They tricked ladies. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Yeah, so...
Just trying to give you a little for the future. You got to massage it a little better.
I get it now.
Do it nuance that thing a little bit. All right, go ahead.
Right. So Houdini here with his tricks.
Right.
He... listened. I mean, the very first...
On those dates, how was it going?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Everything I told him on the first date that I loved, that I enjoyed. I mean, the first date I told him my favorite thing to do was bowl. Our second date, we're at the bowling alley. Empty. He rented out the bowling alley for just him and I. Tricked me.
Now that's big.
Yeah, exactly. So I was really led to believe this was going to go somewhere.
Yeah, I would too. Somebody rent out the whole establishment for me. Yeah, absolutely. I say he in love, and the next step is the altar. You're right to believe that. All right, I'm back with you now.
Okay.
First, I thought something was wrong with you, but no, you got it right. If he did, you told him that, and that was his response. No, you got right to believe that. So he led you to believe.
He led me to believe we were going to be more than just dating partners.
Now this is the first major turn because the facts stop sounding like casual dating and start sounding like serious courtship. Renting out a bowling alley for a private date, that is not maybe I'll text you next week energy. That is grand gesture energy. And Judge Mathis catches that immediately. From Maria's point of view, the conduct matters more than the labels. If someone keeps showing up, mirroring your values, planning thoughtful dates, and deepening access to their life, most people would assume this is going somewhere. The legal issue still isn't whether he was a bad boyfriend. The legal issue is whether what happened at that house makes him financially responsible. But as a storytelling point, this is where the audience understands why she felt misled. So be honest. After the private bowling alley date, would you have assumed this was exclusive, or would you still keep your guard up?
So fast forward to when I got hurt, is he invited me to a barbecue at his
The
home.
lawsuit we're talking about.
Yes.
You all were still dating?
Yes.
All right, let me allow him to give some background, and then we'll get to the specific incident that we're here for.
Like she said, we met at a coffee shop. She ordered one of my favorite drinks, a chai latte, and I said, make it 2, trying to be smooth. And she did bring up the whole marriage thing, but I explained to her, yeah, I'm dating a married too, who isn't, but I'm single until I'm married. You know what I mean?
Or until you make the commitment. Well, I guess you're single, but in terms of dating other ladies, you're dating other ladies until you tell the one that you're committed.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on that understanding.
That's my values. People do what they want to do. So
I agree. I'm from the South. You know, Southern values is what we do. But a few things go on. We have a few dates. We get, how do I put this? Intimate a few times, and it's, you know, there's feelings there. There's potential there. But I didn't discuss that I am trying to marry her.
how did it go from there?
It was great. She really appreciated that I was paying attention to the things that she liked. We had gone to a paint and sip, just did some art, drank a little bit of wine, stuff like that. Fast forward to, I guess, where the incident happened. I acquired a new house from one of my family members. It's been in the family for a while. It was just kind of time for me to have it. I'm still doing renovations inside the home, but the backyard was ahead of schedule. We got it done like about 3 weeks in advance. So I said I'm gonna have a big cookout. Invite all my friends, family. My mother was there.
Ooh, you're about to tell me all your women. So let me hear that. I ain't gonna let that come out your mouth, because I don't want my son to be fighting in here. Because if you say that, that's what's gonna happen. She gonna jump on you. Yeah, I invited all my women. That's what it sounded like you were leading to. What did happen, ma'am?
He knows you already.
Yeah.
I say I know him already.
Yes, absolutely.
What did happen?
So his mother was going to be there. His only brother was coming with her. They were flying in from out of town specifically for this party. Friends of his I've never met. Again, meeting his mother and his only brother, I was led to believe it's going to be something serious. What man would introduce you to his mother?
Good point.
I believed it
Good
was
point.
going to be something serious. Not only that, when we are at the party, he does what he does best, plays Houdini, and disappeared in the house with another woman who I'm overhearing from one of his friends speaking, saying that that was his girlfriend. And that's when I went in the house to look for him. He was gone longer than 10 minutes with this woman. And I'm left outside with people that I've met for the first time. So I did go inside looking for him, and that is when I got hurt.
What happened when you went in? You missed a whole lot there.
So I went in, and I'm looking for him. I'm calling his name. No response. Didn't see him. As he mentioned, the house was being renovated, so there were some paint buckets, some tools. I went around them.
Not supposed to be there.
I went around them, and I went down the stairs where I thought maybe he would be. The railing was a little shaky when I was going down. I had on some really high heels that day. As I get to the middle of the staircase and I'm holding the rail, the whole railing goes falling down, and I go falling down with the railing. That's when he decides to come out. And
Where was he?
You know what? Till this day, I still don't know.
Okay.
I do know that he was with Sarah.
Okay, was any discussion? Did any discussion go on? I know about the injury, so.
Yes,
tell
I was
me.
upset. I was upset. I was hurt. I was embarrassed. Not only did him and Sarah come running to see what was going on, his mother was there, his brother was there.
And Sarah,
Oof, this is where the drama and the legal analysis collide head on. Emotionally, this is a disaster. She believes she is attending a meaningful relationship milestone. Then suddenly another woman is in the picture. She goes looking for answers, and instead, she ends up falling down a staircase in front of his family and that same woman. That is maximum humiliation. But legally, a courtroom has to zoom in on something much narrower. Was the property unsafe, and did he fail to protect a guest from that danger? The shaky railing sounds bad for him at first. A collapsing handrail inside a renovation area is the kind of fact that gets attention fast. But then the defense gets stronger if she entered an area she had been warned to avoid. So the case is now balancing two truths at once. Yes, this sounds emotionally awful, but no, emotional betrayal alone does not make every injury legally collectible.
stood over, she was right there as well.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. And she screamed, "Oh my gosh, what an embarrassment." And I was completely in shambles.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interject. She is neglecting the fact that she was belligerent and drunk.
That is not the truth. I had a half of glass of wine.
Was the glass this big?
It was a glass of wine.
How you know? You had run off with Jane Doe.
No, she also left
How you
out.
know whether she's drinking or not? He had been gone, right?
Longer than 10 minutes.
Go ahead.
So, Sarah's my business partner. Sarah and I, she is a real estate agent, and I told you I flip houses. So our business aligns. It's important for us to work together. She's a big community influence. She's been in the area for years. I'd be a fool not to work with her. And yes, we have dated in the past and, you know, had our moments, but she was there as a friend, as a business partner.
Did you have that area blocked off?
Yes,
You said
sir.
you were doing renovations. How was it blocked off?
I explicitly told her, stay in the, or not her, but the group, everyone that was there, I made an announcement. I said, let's stay in the backyard. The house is being renovated. Only use the 2 bathrooms on the first floor.
Ma'am, is
are
that
right there."
true?
He did verbally state that, but the staircase was not blocked off. The only thing that was
No,
blocked
if
off.
he stated it, that's enough. That does mean it's blocked off.
Thank
He
you.
told you not to, and you did it anyway. You took the risk and you injured yourself. Claim is dismissed. Have a good day. He instructed you not to go any further than the yard in the bathroom.
All rise.
Josh McDonald in the amount of $520. Mr. Manfred claims the defendant smoked marijuana in his rental car and says his friend should pay the hefty fine he received after he returned the vehicle.
State your name,
Isaac Manfred.
sir.
Josh McDonald.
All right, and sir, you're suing the defendant for $520, alleging he owes this money for a fine administered as a result of him smoking marijuana in the car.
That's correct.
Start with you.
Your Honor, me and Josh met our freshman year of college, and we quickly became good friends over pot. We became friends, and we would always hang out, but it was always just related to weed. And
No
then
weed heads, burnouts.
a little bit, but that's
Did you
more
all
in my
finish
past.
college?
I did, yes.
How
Yeah.
about you?
Yes, I did, sir.
All right, go ahead.
I put that in my past, and then Josh came to town.
Put what in your past?
I don't smoke marijuana anymore, sir.
Why?
It got me really paranoid, and it started to get me.
How long had you been smoking weed? People stopped being paranoid like after the first year of weed.
What happened for me
You
was,
must have had that chronic. Go ahead, sir.
as Josh kept pushing the envelope, I didn't want to do that anymore, and the stronger the weed, I would get freaked out, so I
Paranoid.
stopped.
All right, there
Yeah.
you go. The stronger it gets, the more paranoid. Yep.
Exactly, yeah, and then
You shaking your head now, huh?
I've heard that that's the case.
Go ahead.
so after college ended the next fall, Josh came to visit Denver, and he was going to stay.
All the weed in the country is in Denver. That's the first place they made it legal.
Judge Mathis is having fun with the language here, but underneath the humor, he is testing credibility and judgment. When somebody says they smoke breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that tells the court this is not some one-off lapse in judgment. It suggests a routine, and routines matter when the judge is deciding whether the defendant should have known better. But here is the key point. The case still is not about lifestyle shaming. It is about responsibility. You can live however you want, but the minute your choices leave someone else holding a bill, a judge starts caring very quickly. This is why the plaintiff's story is gaining traction. If Josh used the car, smoked in it, and left odor that triggered a cleaning or policy fee, the court does not need moral panic. It needs causation, and the defendant's own mouth may be about to provide it.
3 joints a day, what time? You smoke them at night?
It's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
No, well then you're a weed head. You're a weed head. I thought you might have been saying you smoke one to relax when you get home and then one maybe to help get to sleep or something. So when you're 21, you can smoke your weed. But if you're smoking in public or while operating, just like drinking, if you're doing it anywhere like drinking, you're not supposed to drink and drive, not supposed to smoke and drive, not supposed to drink or have open alcohol in the car as a passenger, I don't think. But you tell me what happened. Why are you suing him?
I'm suing him because he came to visit for the weekend and we were going to see some old college buddies. And Friday night we went out, Saturday night we went out, Sunday night he wanted to go to another party, and I was so tired because I had to get up for work in the morning that I told him I didn't want to go, but I said he could take my car. And he took the car. The next morning I wake up and I'm getting in the car that I am using to go to work. It's a rental car because my car is in the shop. I open up the door and the car just reeks of marijuana. And in my rental agreement, it clearly states that there is no smoking or vaping inside the vehicle. And so I asked Josh, I said, did you smoke in the car? And he said, yes, I did. And then I said, that's a rental car, and now I'm going to get fined for that. And so I was fined $520, and that's why I'm...
To defense, sir.
Isaac he never let me know that it was a rental car. You know, he had texted me when I said I was on the way to Denver that he
How did the smoke get in the car? Who was smoking the weed?
I was smoking the weed, Your Honor.
You were driving?
Nope.
Go ahead.
I had gotten back from the party, and instead of going inside or going outside and smoking because it's cold in Denver, like I have no problem because I have a med card, and Oklahoma it's illegal, so I was able to smoke more in Denver. So, and then when I got back, I figured
it's legal. You know half of the law. Yeah, it's legal, but not in an automobile, as you just heard me say. Just like you can't drink open alcohol in an automobile, whether you're the driver or the passenger. You can't smoke weed in an automobile, whether you're the driver or the passenger. You did. You were negligence, and it cost him $520. In fact, you broke the law while in his car. $520 is your judgment. Have a good day, gentlemen.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $520.
And just like that, the defense falls apart. I didn't know it was a rental sounds like an argument, but it does not solve the actual problem. Judge Mathis immediately narrows the issue. Even if it had not been a rental, smoking in someone else's automobile is still the negligent act that caused the damage. The rental status only explains why the consequences came in the form of a fixed fee. It does not create the wrongdoing, it just measures it. And that is a big legal distinction. Also, Josh's logic is shaky from the ground up. Legality in one setting does not transfer to every setting. A medical card, state legalization, or personal habit does not override the rules for another person's car. This is the kind of case where the judge barely needs to dig. The defendant admitted the act, the plaintiff proved the charge, and the excuse does not cancel causation. So both cases are over, and Judge Mathis drew two very different lines. In the first case, Maria's injury was real, the humiliation was obvious, and the relationship drama was absolutely explosive. But the court focused on one decisive fact. She had been told to stay out of the renovation area and went in anyway. From the judge's perspective, that broke the chain of liability, so the claim was dismissed. In the second case, The opposite happened. Isaac had a clear financial loss. Josh admitted to the conduct that caused it, and the "I didn't know it was a rental" defense was not enough to erase responsibility. Result: judgment for the plaintiff, $520. The broader lesson here is simple but powerful. Court does not reward whoever has the bigger emotional story. It rewards whoever proves the stronger legal one. Personal responsibility cut against the plaintiff in case 1, and it sank the defendant in case 2. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.